Well, thank you so much, Han, for joining me today on Poppy and Vine's Meet the Maker. I'm so excited to have you and learn more about Zero Proof Beverage Company. So I'm going to hand it over to you to officially introduce yourself and tell us more.
Well, my name is Han, and I am the owner and the founder of the beverage company Zero Proof, and we're specialized in non-alcoholic cocktails that's made with organic fruits, herbs, mainly grew in California, and it's a small batch and handmade and everything from the fresh.
Nice. So when did this project start for you?
The first time I thought of this project was around 2018 when I used to live in Sonoma. I was like exposed by such a great fruits and just like nature in general. And that's when I first start like getting really interested in non-alcoholic cocktails.
Mhm.
So, and yes, it's Sonoma is wine country, but when I was working at a bunch of different restaurants, I found out that people don't only come to Sonoma and Napa to drink wine. They just want to drink the vibe. I mean, they just want to enjoy, they also want to enjoy the vibe and the town who necessarily don't drink alcohol. So I started serving those people and I had an idea about what if I make something that's non-alcoholic, but it's not like, virgin pina colada or Coca-Cola, or like
Yeah,
virgin mojito.
something
Some,
more.
yeah, something else, something that's more like feel special.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great. No, I appreciate it. Right. Yeah. Virgin pina colada only really hits like, I feel like that's like um, something like a 12-year-old wants, right? Like they just
Yeah.
that sweet tropical drink.
Mhm.
No, that's great. So have you always been in the food and beverage industry, or did you just decide, that like this was a direction you wanted to take your career?
I was originally in food industry. I worked as a chef for multiple years. So that helped me to understand the beverage industry in the beginning a little more.
Mm-hmm.
And processing fruits, vegetables, herbs, it was very similar to cooking.
Right.
And I was pretty much like a burnt out cook at that time. So I needed something different, but still in the same like food and beverage industry.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I saw the trend of how um, people choose to drink alcohol less and less lately for whatever the reasons.
Sure.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, nowadays, there's like more, like many more options for non-alcoholic drinkers. But even like 3 years ago, there was barely any.
Yeah, I agree. I think you saw a really big trend, really only in the last probably
Yeah,
2 years of like that, the mocktail or zero proof cocktails
yeah.
really have a big kind of impact on
Mhm.
on the menu, right? Like now almost every single menu has at least, I want to say probably 3 to 5
Yeah,
non-alcoholic mixed,
yeah.
not just your like Italian soda or soda beverage, but like a truly mixed mocktail non-alcoholic beverage, which I think is great. I
Yeah.
know I had some friends who were pregnant last year and loved being able to still like participate in
Hmm.
that experience, which I think
Hmm.
that's what everybody wants to feel is included, and so I think that's a great option.
Yeah. And my mother, she doesn't drink alcohol at all for like multiple reasons.
Mhm.
And like growing up, like watching her, having like, water in her champagne glass instead of champagne,
Right.
always made me felt like I wanted to make something that's also satisfy those people, who doesn't drink.
Hmm.
Just like people, peanut allergies or shellfish allergies are very common, but because I'm a chef, I would make I would substitute something else with those allergens to satisfy my guests.
No, it makes
Yeah,
perfect sense. That makes
yeah.
perfect sense.
Mhm.
So when did you officially launch?
I officially launched last January, so it's been 2 months.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very exciting. So
Yeah.
tell me more about the lineup, the flavors, the products that you currently have available.
Currently, I have 3 flavors, which one of them is called the Rosy Cheeks.
Fun name.
Yeah, it's my one of, I just love like the words like rosy cheeks. It just makes me smile.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. And it's a flavor of rose, hibiscus, and sumac. So it's like
Ooh,
flower, spice, and tea flavor.
yeah.
So I was aiming for it to feel like sparkling rosé,
Mm-hmm.
but more in a more like fragrant way, because I love drinking sparkling rosé, especially
Yeah,
on
that
hot
sounds
summer
delicious.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next flavor I really appreciate is called citrus blossoms. Yeah. And that's, of course, I was like very inspired by the citrus season in Sonoma, because,
Yeah.
everybody have a citrus
Everyone's got
tree.
right now I have friends who are like, I have lemons. Do you want lemons? I'm like, I have lemons from someone else.
Yeah.
There's so many lemons.
Yeah. Whole town smells like citrus, for like 3 months. I love it.
Yeah.
So it has elements of lemon, lime, grapefruit, as well as orange blossom, lemon blossom, yuzu.
Yeah.
So it's different flavor of citrus and floral components.
That sounds phenomenal. They both so far sound delicious. I'm gonna have a hard
Hey.
time choosing which one I want to buy.
Well, I have another one, which is last but not least. It's called Lilac Shrub.
Oh.
Yeah, so I made molasses with fresh lilac flowers,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm mixed with carbonated water as well as my homemade black rice vinegar.
Yum.
Yeah, so it has a very tart, slightly sweet, and very fragrant. It just really smells like you're sniffing lilac.
Hmm.
Yeah, and little
That sounds really, really unique, which I love the uniqueness.
mhm.
I think that, especially because it introduces us to something that we would definitely never think to create for ourselves, which I think is always fun.
Yeah, I you can always make the best lemonade or whatnot at home, but I wanted to create something that it's hard to do it at home
Mm-hmm.
by themselves,
Sure.
or anybody sell it anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
So being up here in Sonoma County, and I think you've relocated, you're now down in Southern California, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So for the folks that are up here in wine country, Northern California, where can we find these delicious beverages?
You could find those beverages at Quail and Condor Bakery in
Healdsburg.
Healdsburg.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a great spot.
And I am also planning on launching them at different general stores in Sonoma County, which I will start announcing through my Zero Proof Instagram account.
Okay, great. And so besides Quill and Condor, would it be possible to buy them online?
I'm working on it. I'm working on the online shop as now.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And are all 3 flavors available at Quail and Condor?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I literally am going to go there in the next couple of days to buy them all.
Awesome.
And give them a try.
Yes.
So, you talked about finding inspiration kind of, for the original concept while you were here in Sonoma County and, citrus season and, where do you find your inspiration for all of your flavors?
I try to go on hike as much as I can and really try to incorporate the experience that I have on a hike, like the senses or the visual, like the natural colors. And I also go to farmers market very often down here because it's not so much farming community here in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, so I try to get that inspiration from farmers markets.
Right. Yeah, and farmers markets are lovely. I mean, all of the bright colors and whether it's floral or fruit or all of the amazing products that are at farmers markets. Yeah, they are very inspirational. I would agree with that.
Yes.
And I know you've just recently launched, but I'm sure you've already got some other flavors in the back of your mind or other kind of creations brewing. What are some of your kind of maybe, up and coming products or, beverage flavors?
I have this one that's very exciting, which is called kumquat and rose.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's I want to say like between kumquat molasses and kumquat syrup.
Okay.
It's like a syrup made of kumquat juice. So it's that mixed with fresh rose and ginger.
Ooh, what a fun.
Yeah.
I love kumquats. I don't think they are an underutilized fruit here, I think in the States, but
I agree.
they have a really unique flavor to them, which I really enjoy. So I'm excited to see that one come out on
Great.
as well.
Yeah, which is like right in my background.
Oh yeah. So, obviously starting a beverage brand or, being in the crazy food and beverage industry is a lot. So what are some of, the things you found that kept you kind of going and any inspiration you would share for the next person wanting to create something like this?
One of the very basic thing I did to build this beverage company, because I still am working full-time at a restaurant.
Oh wow.
Beside of my company.
That's a lot.
So so I really had to be on top of my schedule. And because it's like kind of a side gig for now, I didn't want it to be a side thing forever. I want it to be like my main thing very soon.
Yeah.
So I made sure my plans are very organized, like daily basis, even hourly basis.
Right.
Yeah, and took care of all the like legal permit issues in the beginning. So yeah, like super organized plan has been the key.
Sure. Yeah, that's a lot. Working in a restaurant full time, and then also trying to, get this going and write all the legality stuff, finding a kitchen to make the product, bottling, packaging. Yeah, those are big projects to have.
Yeah.
Simultaneously.
Yeah. So organizing, like strong organization skill is definitely one of them. And another thing also was I taught myself how to like design, like use Photoshop and InDesign through YouTube, so I can do all the concepts on my own instead of having someone else do it, which is going to take much more time and effort. So learning those two has been really big part of building a business, actually, more than creating the flavor.
Sure. Well, probably because it's kind of second nature to you, right? You already have all of your your culinary background. So flavor, things like that, building those is probably like a cinch compared to like learning Photoshop and Illustrator.
Yeah.
They're real different.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. I agree. Learning some like really kind of, you know, general skills on those platforms are great knowledge to have.
Yeah.
And go a long way when you're you know, doing it yourself.
Exactly.
Which is great.
You know, as a small business, you know.
Yep, I do.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us your social handles so people can find you and follow you and support you and make sure that they stay up to date with all of your new releases.
Yes. So my Zero Proof website is zeroproofbevs.com. CEROPROOFBEVS, like beverages.
Uh-huh.
And you could find where I will also launch my online shop there very soon.
Great.
As well as you can find like my thought process behind my drinks in my blog there.
Great.
And you could also find like my daily small projects, Zero Proof stuff in Instagram handle at Drink Zero Proof.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Han, for joining me today. It's been great to chat with you and get to know you a little bit more and learn more about Zero Proof beverages. I'm so excited to go and pick up each one of those flavors over at Quail and Condor because they sound amazing.
Yay.
And I'm excited to taste them. And I love how you kind of gave that example of your rosy cheeks as being your equivalent to a sparkling rosé. And so I'm excited to, you know, think about that process as I'm enjoying them.
Wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Well, best of luck to you as this venture continues, and I'm sure it's going to be a great success.
Thank you so much.
Right. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you real soon.
Thank you. You too. Bye, Lindsay.
Bye, hon.